Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't already know me, my name is Bailey. I am a senior at the University of Washington in Seattle. I am about to graduate with a double major in both political science and communications to hopefully move to Washington, D.C. and work on the Hill. I was an intern there and have done quite a lot of work in politics, so that's kind of like a topic I talk a lot about on my channel, just from one beginner to another, kind of stuff I wish I'd known, everything in between. But for today's video, I am going to be doing about 15 questions that are work related that I think are really fun, get to know you questions, and a lot of them I get asked quite a bit, either in my comments or like DMs on other forms of social media, so I thought they'd be kind of fun, just more lighthearted comments to just kind of talk about in video. Okay, so for a little bit of background on me, as I said in my intro, I am about to graduate as a college student, and I interned for Congress about a year and a half ago. Since then, I have run a political club at my school, which got national attention, as well as like was featured on different news sources and stuff, done a lot of interviews, which was super cool. I also was on the state board for my political realm, which I don't like usually talk about my views much on this channel, so it's kind of pointless to talk about it here. And I have other internships with strategist firms and representatives and things along those lines. I go on quite a few business trips every year, and those are really fun. I actually just got back from Washington, D.C. for a conference back in early March, so it's been about a month now, maybe 2 months. Wow, it's been like 2 months since I got back. But anyways, that was super cool. I also went to Israel this summer on another like work-related trip, which was crazy. So that's why I talk a lot about work-related things. I am actually in the process of getting a job post-college right now. I'll find out about when this week, which I'm super excited about. So I'll update that on my channel if I get it or if I don't. I guess we'll see. But I'm gonna go ahead and talk about a couple things. So the first question I'm going to answer, sorry, I have like a little list I wrote off to the side. What is one professional skill that I am currently working on? I would say I am trying to work more on my productivity. I feel like I am actually extremely productive when I am working on something. I usually get the task done very quickly. And that is a positive because obviously I get the task done quickly, but it's also a negative because if I don't have enough things to do, I get bored very quickly because it's like I'll turn in all my work at the beginning of the day and then it's like, what do you want me to do? And I don't have anything. So I think I'm trying to work on being more productive in that space, just in a different way, as well as learning not to procrastinate on other tasks that I might have, but just try to put off more in like my personal life. Like there's been some things I've needed to do around the house that I just avoid. So I feel like that could also translate to like work-related things if I let them. So just making sure that I don't procrastinate, but I continue to keep up my intense productivity. Next question, am I an early bird or a night owl? I would definitely say I'm a night owl. I stay up extremely late all of the time, and I obviously, if it's before work or something, I make sure that I'm asleep at a reasonable time, but I could easily stay up all night and like not even bother me. But then I struggle to wake up in the morning, which has been a problem since I was a kid. So that's something I will need to become much better at. Who has influenced me the most when it comes to my approach to work? Let me think here. That's kind of hard. I don't know if I'd say there's like one particular influence. I'd say that just being around people who are professionals, whether that be attorneys I've worked around in the past, if that be older students, if it be friends, colleagues, a boss, an intern coordinator or something like that, I would say that has really influenced me because since I was young, I've had like an idea of a career path I wanted to go on, and so it was easy for me to identify traits in people that I knew were valuable, like having a classy style of dress that was very professional, or speaking clearly, being well educated, well spoken, able to work in tough situations, things like that. So I identified that really early on, and then I just like made that part of my personality, because I was so determined to get to a certain career path. So I would say it's just through surrounding myself with similar professionals that has really inspired my work ethic. Also, my friends who I work with, as well as girls who are in the similar career path as I am. I have like a group of girls I'm pretty close with, and like just kind of seeing what they go through in their life, following their steps, being like, oh, that's a really great way of handling that situation. I look up to them a lot. How do I prefer to start my day? Well, sometimes my day is started in a rush. If I wake up and I'm like, dang, I definitely slept through my alarm, I should have been better about that, I don't really get to like dress up cute or make breakfast and like do all the things that I usually want to do. But if it's my ideal morning, I would wake up, probably have some quiet time, like a Bible study or reading a book that I was reading, probably check my emails, just get like a baseline for what I'm going to do that day, get ready, make sure I have like on some makeup, some cute clothes, have showered, like I look presentable so I feel better, have coffee, some type of breakfast, and then probably listen to a podcast or a sermon or something along those lines, just to make myself feel great on my way to work. How do I prefer to end my day? This is something that I do take a lot of pride in, is my nighttime routine. Sometimes I'm much better at it than others. There are some nights where I'm like on my game at the gym or like taking a walk or calling my family, and then there's other nights where I'm like, I come home right after work, I eat, and I just like fall asleep. Like, you know, forget to take off my makeup, you know, anything. It's not the best. So it's definitely best of both worlds there. But preferably, I would come home and change, go to the gym. I really like working out at studios, so like doing bar or like a cycle class, something like that, I really enjoy. So working out, coming home and like doing a skincare routine, showering, making a healthy dinner, and then probably like talking to my parents or friends, reading, watching some Netflix, just kind of relaxing, journaling, and then preparing for the next day is really important to me. Setting out my clothes, setting my alarm, making a coffee to keep in the fridge, just things like that that like motivate me to get up earlier in the morning. What was my first job? So my first job was when I was in high school. I actually worked at a trampoline park. It has since been shut down. I don't know if they will reopen in the future. I don't really keep in contact with them anymore, but I worked at a trampoline park. It was great because I learned customer service experience. It was a first job for a high school kid, so they took a chance on young people and they taught them work ethic and how to do like basic skills like cash registers and like using different computer sources and things like that. So really thankful for them for that opportunity. It was a pretty crazy experience to say the least, but I worked at a trampoline park. What was the worst job I've ever had and what did I learn from it? Wow, this is kind of also hard to say. I don't know. Wow, I am trying to think. It might actually be the trampoline park was the worst job I ever had. At the time, I thought it was great. Like, I liked working. But I then realized that it was kind of a toxic work environment in some respects. And obviously, like, it was a trampoline park, so there was like a lot of chaos going on, a lot of just like people breaking the rules and getting injured, and like us having to call like the fire department to help someone who like broke their legs, or like a kid like urinating all over the place, and then like having to clean that up, and just like bratty children and like really mean parents and just like crazy stuff like that. I thought that was normal, it being my first job, and then my parents were like, that's not good, like you should not work there anymore. And then obviously eventually I stopped working there and I worked other places in college. But yeah, I'd probably say the trampoline park was the worst job. But it also taught me really valuable skills, and I'm thankful for that opportunity. What's a mistake I made early on in my career and what did I learn from it? This is something I've actually tried to work through quite a bit, even now, because I still struggle with it. But something I've really had a hard time with was having faith in myself and my abilities. I've kind of struggled with imposter syndrome quite a bit, which I don't talk about very much because I try to stay like really positive and like career motivated on my social medias and on my channel. But I've really struggled with never feeling good enough. And even though I continue to like get great positions and job opportunities and like be a part of really cool things, I always feel like, is this a mistake that I'm here? Like, I'm not actually this good. Like, everyone says I am, but like, I'm probably not. And I just, when positions are offered to me, I usually like decline them because I feel like they're not really supposed to be for me, even if I know I would have done a great job. And so like I let things pass me by because I'm too wary about my own abilities to actually take them. And that's just a personal problem. Like, I need to just work on being more confident in my own skills and actually trusting myself when everyone else does. But I think that's a lot of things that people go through. I've heard a lot from women in politics that they struggle with that a lot because it is kind of like more of a male-dominated field. But yeah, that's kind of something that I learned early on and something that I think would have set me up more for success if I had tackled it at a younger age. So that's something that I would like to avoid growing up. What led me to this career? So I am obviously working in politics right now. Pretty low level, of course, like I'm still in college about to graduate, but obviously a little bit more than some people have had the opportunity to get involved in. So I got involved in politics when I was in high school, and I knew I wanted to be in politics or be an attorney since I was in about 3rd grade. And then, sorry, I'm like about to sneeze. 3rd grade and then 5th grade. And then ever since then, it was just like something I was really passionate about, which is odd since I was like so young. But I remember like learning about it in history class, and I just like really fell in love with the idea. And I got involved because I have had a hard time my whole life with injustices and seeing things that I thought were wrong or being treated in a bad way and not really having anything to push back on. Like, I was just a kid or a young girl, and like, what was I supposed to do? So that really frustrated me. And then seeing people I cared about, or just people in my community, or like on the larger global scale, that seemed to just kind of accept that their life was going to be a certain way and that they couldn't have any power to change it. So I wanted to get into politics so that I could change that for those people and like be a voice to them and stand up and say, hey, that's not gonna happen. Like, we're gonna fight for this. We're gonna fight for you. We're gonna make a change. We're gonna help everyone's lives get better and just not keep letting bad things happen. So that has really driven me to kind of get some justice for people, which really is why I want to be an attorney, but I work in politics right now, so kind of similar field, but also a little bit more along the legal path, so we'll see where I end up, but that is what led me here. What energizes me at work? Honestly, fast-paced environments really energizes me. Working in really like high-stress environments, politics, really energizes me. I feel that need, like that adrenaline rush of like, I have to do my best, I have to get everything done, I have to be on my A game every single day. And I also feel important, like I'm needed in this job. I can't slack off because people are counting on me, so I need to do my best. That really motivates me to just keep working hard. And I might be exhausted, but I'm also like never more alive. And then what drains me at work? I'd say very menial, boring tasks. And I know that every job, like, you're gonna have some of that if it's just like responding to emails or like batching emails or you know, changing ink in the printer. I don't know, like basic stuff like that. Obviously it comes with every job and that's okay. But there are some tasks for like entry-level positions that are pretty like baseline, like just get the basic stuff done, where I'm like, oh, come on, like, I want my brain to be working more. I want to be busier. I want to be doing a lot of things and feel accomplished. So that's kind of what drains me, is menial tasks. What is the biggest misconception that people have about people working in my position? So Obviously, I don't really have a job title right now, since I am interviewing for positions at companies and for representatives, as well as I'm passing along through jobs I've had in the past. And like, I'm leaving board positions, I'm leaving like executive roles since I am graduating. So I'm kind of like in transition right now. But I think I would just relate it to the topic of like working in politics in general, what people would misrepresent from that. I'd hesitate to say what people misrepresent, because sometimes a lot of the things that they think people are like are true. Like, there is a lot of really shady behavior in politics. There's a lot of lying and cheating and bad, corrupt things going on, and I'm not saying that's what it all is, but it does exist and I've experienced it. But I think something that is a misconception is that we are all in it for personal gain and just to help ourselves. As you heard me say, I'm really into this because I care about helping other people. And of course, like, I do enjoy it. Like, this is something I love. And so is it a personal gain for me because I'm happy? Maybe. Like, I don't know. I like it. And of course I want to excel and get the next best job and keep moving up, because if this is my job, I also like want to get paid more and want to do more and learn more. So I will like try to excel, but it's not going to be at the expense of other people that I'm like stepping on or pushing aside or anything. It's just like, who deserves it? Did I work hard enough? I, well, want to deserve something. So I don't think everyone is lying, cheating, stealing, all the bad stuff you see about in the movies of politics. Not everyone is corrupt. Not everyone is bad. But then there are also people who are in politics for the wrong reasons, and I think that needs to be addressed. Okay, so that's gonna be it for my video today. I don't want it to be super long, and you guys might even not like this Q&A style, so I don't want to keep it going on forever. But if you do like these videos, or if you have another topic you want me to speak on, let me know. These are pretty fun to make because I do just like to talk about things I've experienced, and I think I've had a lot of experience in this field so far. So if you guys have any more questions, leave me a comment down below. I'd love to answer them or make another video, or even direct you to a video that I already created on my channel. So check those out. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe down below, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!